Hey everyone, by now you already know who I am. I'm Frank, and we are back with another episode of I Tell You What. Yes, I am still making these. I have not been canceled yet. This is happening. And today my special guest is Victoria Mixon. Victoria, why don't you tell the people about yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria, but it's really Tori. I'm a cosmetologist student. I don't know. I'm really just here to have a good time, live life to the fullest, have adventures. My favorite color is pink. Everyone should know that.
Very true.
Yeah, that's what I got for you, Frank.
So Tori, what steered you into the journey of cosmetology?
So the number one reason that I actually want to, Frank, I did not want to do it at all. Like the thought of doing hair really just wasn't in the cards for me. I really thought I was gonna be a project manager or someone who designed weddings for people. But the whenever I went to my school and toured it, and then I got to realize that I actually get to change like someone's confidence, the way that someone looks at themselves, to sit there behind someone, change their outer appearance to match how they should be feeling on the inside, and completely transforming them within a matter of a couple of hours and bringing out the best in that person. Even now, as a student, I've already had a couple of clients come to me. Like, I've, like, I went to a stylist, they did my hair, and it looks ramen noodle yellow now. And then, like, I do something as simple as a 30-minute toner, and now they like cried and gave me a hug because I made them feel that much better. Like it just feels good to know that I'm providing confidence and happiness to another person.
So, would you say that it's therapeutic for you as much as it is for them? Like it's soul healing for yourself as well?
Right. It's exactly. It's like a healing process for the both of us.
That's pretty cool. And speaking of soul, you're into spirituality as well. And
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is one thing about me is I can tell you my chart, my 12 houses. I can tell you it's mainly air, but
for sure. But yeah, how what brought you to that awakening? Should we say?
well, given my background, like we grew up in church, so the relationship with God was always there. But it wasn't until like I moved out onto my own and
Mm-hmm.
I was in my own space, meeting people through like work and everything who kind of have similar beliefs that I do now,
Mm-hmm.
and just like speaking with them and being like, reading books and being like, you know what, there may be something bigger. There may be something bigger than this. Then projecting it into, well, I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to ask God, like, just use me in the way that you can. I just, open my eyes to see things that I'm supposed to be seeing. Open my eyes to anything that you're putting in my path to make me a better human onto this journey. And yet, when you start that, it's like almost like a snowball chain effect. It's like once you start it, you can't stop it.
For sure.
That's one thing about the spirituality. Like I feel like even something as simple as meditation every night, the more that you do that, some people who are spiritual say universe, some people say God. The more you meditate, the more you pray, the more you affirmate, the more manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
That manifestation, really big into it. That's very big part of spirituality. Whatever it is, it's like the more you put into it, the more it gives you.
For sure. I'm likewise. I was raised in a household where religion was at the forefront of the household. Pentecostal. They were like hard nosed to grind. And through my journeys of self discovery, I've transmigrated through several different religions, to include Buddhism, and I landed in Judaism, and I've been a Jew for more years than I can count. And
Yeah.
but I digress. The show that caught my attention which at first I was skittish on watching it, whatever you open your mind to, but show that caught my attention was Lucifer. I started watching it, and it's funny that you put on manifestation because what spoiler alert, peoples, by the way, if you've never seen the show, it's coming. Um, the people or the angels found out that their power is directly correlated to them self actualizing and self manifesting like whatever it is. For instance, the devil or Lucifer lost his wings because in his mind he thought that that was the punishment that he deserved. He had burns and scars and his face was horrible because that's what he thought he deserved. And then like one day he just gets his wings, his beautiful white wings back. He looks cool and stuff again. And the thing about it is, what he hasn't realized through all these seasons and all these episodes is he forgave himself. It wasn't that anyone else forgave him. In his own mind, he forgave himself. And then his brother started losing his wings because he thought he disappointed his father. He thought he disappointed God. So he started losing his wings. And then out of nowhere, his brother gets his wings back. And that's when his brother realized that angels have the power to manifest whatever it is they want. That's their power.
I well, the whole thing with the manifestation, the root of it is if you don't believe in it, then it all starts within you. If you don't believe in it, then who's this? Like, why do you deserve it? Why should you be like? To me, I've been manifesting for like 2 years now. By the
Mm-hmm.
time I'm 27, I will have 7 figures in my bank account. Because I'm manifesting it, will it disappear? No, I'm gonna have to work hard though for it. But it's my motivation to work hard, and it's a goal almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like every morning, I wake up. As I'm brushing my teeth, I tell myself I attract the love I desire. Anyone who's trying to give me any negative energy, God, please send it right back to them.
Right.
I am smart and I'm strong and I'm capable of most things. And the confidence level when you start doing that on most day-to-day basis will skyrocket because the faking it till you believe it term
Yeah. Fake it till you make
is
it.
exactly, it's genuine because you're gonna fake it enough till you start mentally believe like
Yeah.
I am the baddest there is.
I
Like
ain't gonna lie. I be having my Kanye moments myself. Like I be like
right,
la 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 la, nigga can't tell me nothing, right? I'm trying. That's hey. I be feeling it
yeah,
like, and people
mhm,
like, but it's sad because I do. I don't. I feel for those people that do try to put you down and stuff because they see
mhm,
something in you. They see a light in you. They see something that is potent in you that exists in them, but the difference is the courage. It ain't even the confidence, it's the courage. They see that
yeah,
you have the courage to go out and to actualize what it is that's in you. They don't have that courage. So the next best thing is, instead of wishing you well and wishing for your success, they're like, nah, I need us to be right here.
mhm,
I like you, I love you, and all that stuff, but I need us to be right here because seeing you right here makes me feel some type of way about myself because I know that I could be right there and we could be right there together, but I'm comfortable right here because fear of failure or fear of, you know, ridicule or whatever it may be, has me afraid to take the step beyond that. So I'm going to stay right here where it's comfortable, and I need you to stay right here too. So I'm going to talk down to you and put you down and make you feel less of what you are because if I don't, you'll probably be right here or even higher, and I'm not going to do that because I'm too afraid. So
mhm,
that's my take on it because I've had some people that have bashed me down me and put me down, and those same people have come back. Fast forward a couple of years, like it's been 2 3 years, those same people have come back and they've told me and expressed to me how proud they are of me. How I've done so much and how I'm still continuing to do things, and the things that I set out to say that I'm going to do, self actualization and self manifestation, the things that I say I'm going to do, I accomplish. And with that, they I don't know. They just say that they're proud of me and they wish they would have done something like that. And in that instance, I realized what it is. Like it's never been them having any bad blood or them hating me. It's been that they've been, for lack of a better word, the envy. They've been jealous of the fact that I've had the courage. to go where they wouldn't.
Right, exactly. But it's almost like if you have that sense of, I have a plan, I have a purpose, I know that if I fall, I have something, I have that, you have that faith and that hope. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you have that, you will get through. There's been times when I lived on my own and I didn't have a job, I didn't know how I was going to pay for bills, and I somehow managed to make through because when you genuinely are trying and you're like, okay, you know what? If I got fired from my job for this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason, and I really wasn't happy there, and it was like miserable waking up, going there, and it was draining my energy. Did God do that for a reason? Did He give me a blessing in disguise? Every down has a down, but it's like when you come out of it, there's a reward depending on how you treat it.
For sure.
So I just sometimes like people just have to have that reminder almost like, okay, I know I do. I
Right.
know I do. Like you gotta calm it down. Like don't get overworked. It's just life, and there's a greater scheme of things. You
For
know,
sure.
some some people let the frustration and anger of that moment get to them to where it hinders them from holding them back into that same predicament because I firmly believe that if something is not working well and it's just miserable, there's a reason. It's not in plan for you. It's you're out welcomed your stay, and it's time for you to move on and outgrow it. And some people are just afraid of that.
For sure. 100%. Um, I understand that feminism, or not necessarily toxic feminism, but feminism like the empowerment and uplifting of women is high in your life as well. Why don't you shed some light on that for our listeners?
Well, I want to make it very known that I don't hate men. I feel like when you say it like that, it's
That's why I
I.
tried to specify. I tried to specify. You know, I didn't
I'm
want it
just
to come out like, oh man, this is gonna come out some type of way. So I tried to specify as best I could.
no. I mean, I have two brothers. I'm the only girl. I have many men in my family. Um, but it just there's I just being a woman and feeling everything that I have been through. I just women, man. Sometimes I have known women, females, ladies, whatever you want to call them. um, I talk to them. You know, they look like they got their head on right. Like they're like a mama to four kids, and you're like, dang, she's doing good, working too. And then you start talking to her, and you're learning about her, and she used to have to do XYZ, like steal, food from
Right,
the store and
right.
sell her body and stuff like that. And then it's like, I'm a woman. I know what it feels like to be in that, like, not really in that predicament, but like
The desperateness.
the desperateness and like also like how does she must feel,
Hmm.
like the emotions, like a man is buying my body just so I'm able to provide for my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's like the type of things where I'm like, okay. Or, basic, you know, female rights,
Right.
I feel like should be, you know,
I'm gonna be
I don't
devil's.
know how deep you want to get into that, but
I'll play devil's advocate. It's fine by me. I'll play devil's advocate. I was raised by several powerful women. I have the utmost love for my mom. My older sisters. They raised me. I believe if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have the respect and the love that I have for women today. With that being said, I was also raised by them to know that a man has his role in life, and a woman has her role in life, and they both together have their roles in life. Now, I believe that women should be compensated and treated equivalent in some respects to men, to the things that fit the bill. But as far as total equality, I feel like that's an impossibility. Hear me out. I feel like that's an impossibility because it's like somebody gets a meat lover pizza
Hmm.
and everybody's hungry, everybody wants to eat, but this person they just want sausage, so they take everything else off the pizza except the sausage. This person over here they just want pepperoni, so they take everything off the pizza except the pepperoni, and vice versa, and so on and so forth. I feel like total equality on both sides it would be catastrophic for one. I do not support domestic violence. I do not support any type of unnecessary violence. But for total equality, if two guys get in a fight, neither of those guys go to jail. One of them might go to the hospital, and depending on how severe the other guy is when he goes to the hospital, then there might be some criminality to it. But other than that, a cop ain't gonna bat an eye. It's like two guys got in a fight. If two women get in a fight, it's gonna be just that. Two women got in a fight. Unless one of them goes to the hospital, then the same thing. If a man and a woman get in a fight immediately, without cause, without second thought, without any justification, no matter whom started it, that male is going to jail. Quite possibly even prison. It's
And a
done.
restraining
And
order.
a
Don't
restraining
forget
order.
that.
Yep, and a restraining order. So,
I, yeah.
once again, there you go. Like there's no equality in that retrospect. And I'm not saying that men should be allowed to beat up on women. So do not get anybody out there, do not get that twisted. That's not what I'm saying. But that was just me using one of the most extreme points to illustrate a point. Um,
Right.
yeah,
So
I
how I feel about it though, personally, the way I think that if we're in America and it's supposed to be a free country, legalize the weed, legalize the guns. If a man puts a hand on a woman, it should be the same sentence if a woman put a hand on the man. We as a society need to change our mindset. The fact that men are sexually abused and we don't ever hear about it, that's fucked. That's messed up because they're humans. They're humans. We are all human beings with the same amount of emotions. We all
sexually
cry.
sexually abused by women too.
Ex- yes. I mean, like I said, I grew up in a house full of men. If a woman would, if I would let my brothers come home saying that a female sexually harassed him at a party or something, I would go and do the same thing I would expect my brothers to do.
Right.
Because it's not fair. That is boundary number one that you should be taught in life.
Mm-hmm.
That's your no-no square. It is literally your no-no square.
100%.
It's just, that's how I feel on equality. Like if we're like, let's all be on the same pedestal.
Agreed.
If I'm gonna put my hands on Ryan, Ryan should be pressing charges on me, and the cop should, be like, okay, Ryan, you got a bruise on your eye, I believe it, you
Right.
know. But unfortunately, the way that society was morphed in the beginning of things, it's like some people took advantage of what could have been a really good, successful system.
Right.
So it's like we're like, okay, when are we ready to finally put our foot down together and be like, enough is enough. Everyone deserves to be treated, like as human beings, like we all have emotions, like we all have feelings. Like if I want to, punch my girlfriend, because
Right.
you got to think we're in 2022 now. It's any type of relationship.
Right.
This is sad that if you do the studies on it as well, people who are in the same sex relationship have more domestic violence.
Facts.
Why are we not checking in on that as well? Because that's, LGBTQ ally, but we love each other. We don't need to put each other's hands on each other. Why are we hurting each other?
I think I got 2 or 3 episodes to the LGBT community. They know I got love for them. I got like I say, 2 or 3 episodes dedicated to nothing but them. So we square. Like they know episode 7 for a fact. Like that topped off Pride Month, Taste the Rainbow. So
why are your names so clever? Tell me.
I don't know, man. They just come to me, man. Like so it's funny too because Linnell Grant, she's my guest on episode 7, and we shot back and forth. Like I was just like, oh man, I need to come up with a name for this. And then I was just like, oh shit, it's the end of Pride Month. And then I'm like, what's their flag? It's the rainbow flag. And I was like, Skittles. I love Skittles. And I was just like, that's it. That's just
Right.
where it came from.
It's that creative mind flow.
It was. It really was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that, and I agree that everybody does need to be on the same page as far as men and women, not just in America, just in society, period. Because you take a man spoils he spoils a woman, he cashes out, buy whatever you want. Here's the black card, go try to max it out, like whatever. Society doesn't bat an eye. Some people might think that man's a dummy, he's getting played, but society doesn't bat an eye. That's what men are supposed to do. A woman cashes out on a man, he's a bum.
I would honestly,
He's
you
a
want
he's
me to
a
be
he's a bum
100%
at that
honest with
point. It's
you?
like society's like, he ain't worth shit. Why is this woman spending money and buying him shit? Like he ain't worth nothing. Like that's the stigma. And it's like, whoa.
If I see anybody that has someone blowing racks on them, if anything, I'm in envy. You pop your thing, queen, king.
Yeah.
You get,
Yeah.
and then at a certain point, or sometimes I'd be like, you're just stupid to both of them.
Right.
But either way, it's like, that is true. Like, that is a type of business, though, nowadays, like, sugar mothers and fathers, I'm not going to call them, whatever. But, that's like a thing now. Like,
We'll,
get your bread. It's
we'll
hard
just
out here.
we'll be neutral. We'll be equal. Sugar people.
Yeah. Um, the people who have to spend it.
Right.
But it's like it's hard. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to make ends meet. It's hard to be able to even like spend $20 on yourself. Like if these people have it like that and people want to spend money on them, let them. They shouldn't. Then that goes back to we should all mind our business now.
Yeah. And then my
But then
last.
it also kind of all goes back to spirituality and
Yeah.
self-realization because then once you're at peace with yourself, all this other stuff does not matter.
Facts. Um. But yeah, and then my last but not least little pin in the post is you get an older man, and I'm not talking about a little girl. I'm talking about a 23, 24, a young woman. You get a man that's in his 40s or 50s or whatever, and he's dating a 20 something year old or even a 30 something year old. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he is the most disgusting piece of shit I ever seen. Like, he's just the worst. And even if the young woman is in love, or the couple, as a couple, they work, they complement each other. They're just good energy. They're good together. The world tries to tear them down because that's disgusting. He should be ashamed of himself. Flip the strip. An older woman goes after a younger man, and it's all yes queen, and everybody's like supporting her and trying to pump her head up and shit, and like she's the best thing since
It's like
sliced
Young
bread.
Gravy and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, man, it's like, so what's the equality in that?
there isn't.
Yeah.
That's the point. Is like we need to change our mindset to be like, who cares? Who literally cares? And that's where a lot of the problems resolve in is like, who cares if well, we're not going to get into the marijuana thing because that isn't up to the people. That's the government.
Right.
That is definitely controlled by the government. So squash that. But it's like everything else. Abortion. Fucking guns. Literally anything. Why doesn't matter? Like, mind your business. I understand that everybody wants to have an opinion and wants to chime in on everything. But, like, we all are born under different circumstances and we all, like, don't really know what's happening within our household unless you're in the household.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like with all these people wanting rules and more regulations and stuff like that, it's just really hindering us.
Right.
It really is, like, as a society, because it's like, what happened to whenever people would be like, hi, John, how's your day? Beautiful weather. Go home. Go out.
Right.
have a couple beers and then do whatever they do at home, mind their business.
Facts.
Where's that mindset? Why are we so worried? It's almost like social media did it to us.
Social media
Whenever the
did.
rise of social media did it.
I was just about to put that out there. Social media did do it to us. It became that way when we initially wanted to connect with people. We initially wanted to show people um, how we're doing in the world, the people that we couldn't connect to that lived in different places. But then it got to a point to where people lusted after knowing what's going on in our lives, and not just our lives, but in other individuals' lives, and that became a source of entertainment. Instead of watching TV, let me go hop on Facebook. Instead of watching TV, let me go hop on Instagram. Instead of watching TV, let me go hop on Twitter. And drama sells. Even my mom and my sisters, I remember coming home from school. I used to hope that I could beat my mom, or my mom was out doing something, or my sisters were gone. I'm gonna finally get to watch me some cartoons. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I want to watch some cartoons. But nope, soap operas. Soap operas ran from whenever they came on back in the day to like 3:30, almost 4 o'clock, and I was pissed because it was drama filled. Everything was a cliffhanger at the end, and it was drama, and that let me know at a very young age that drama is success. Drama sells. In the world of media, in the world of life in general, drama, it draws people's attention. It captivates the masses, and so when people see drama brewing on social media, they're locked in. I bet you some people can tell you when their relatives' birthdays are, but it can tell you what's going on with the Kardashians. I promise you. And it's sad, but that's what, like you say, that's what's locked people in. And what's better than watching something on social media or watching something on TV or doing it, watching it live. So people, when they see you going through something and they actually know this person and they see drama, now they want to stick their noses even deeper into your business because it's like, I know that person. Oh, I'm catching stuff firsthand now. And it's drama and it's so tasty and I want more. And so now they want to know more of your business so they can go tell so and so secondhand that hey, this is going on, and it gets out of control.
It just gets chaotic.
Yeah.
It does, but I mean, at the end of the day, the most that we can do is, practice what we preach, keep our
Facts.
head down,
Yeah.
don't judge anyone. And I'm also a big corrector that's what I like to say. When I catch my friends or people I'm with doing something that's, like, to me, like, humanly, like, against our human code, like, what is she wearing? I'm going to say something to you.
Right.
I'm going to be like, you don't always look the cutest.
There you
Like,
go.
because who are you?
There you go. Tell them.
To say,
Tell them.
she don't, like, she could be on the way to go get ready for her wedding.
That's
like,
it.
You don't know.
Exactly. She probably finna glow up in the next 2 hours. You don't know.
Right. She just wearing running shorts and a t-shirt at the Walmart.
That's it.
Leave her alone.
That's it.
Because you wouldn't want nobody bad-mouthing you. And I believe, it even says it in the Bible, whatever you do to others, it comes back to you tenfold.
You learn as a child. I think that was like my first lesson in kindergarten. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat
Right.
and it done came down and been translated many different ways. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Like it's the same shit. It's the same shit. So it's like
literally an eye for an eye is pretty much the same theory as well. Like
that's it. And that's
candy
Old
bar for a
Testament.
candy bar, back scratch for a back scratch.
I'm trying to tell you. But yeah. Yeah. So, what's up? I kind of got lost in sauce. What's your take on today's day and age, the dating world in 2022?
I hate it personally. I'm single. I've been single. So I feel like it's all just who you haven't slept with now, who you can and cannot sleep with. It's been so many situations to where I've been like, listen, we chilling, that's cool, you think I'm pretty cute, I think you're pretty cute, but like, let's just hang out. Like, we don't have to go there, like, we just met each other, and it's an instant block.
Right.
And it's like, why is that the only thing you're interested in? If that's the only thing you're interested in, then maybe you should just try to find someone and stick to doing it with that one person. Because let me tell you something, Jacksonville is the highest city in Florida for
Yeah,
STD and HIV ratings.
facts.
Like that's crazy.
Especially Miami being down there.
Yeah, Miami is crazy. Like it's just I personally like it gives me anxiety. It gives me a panic attack even dating now.
Right.
It's like you don't even. It's like you have to beg them for their attention to even like. I'm not gonna beg you to want to have dinner with me or go to lunch, and I'm not gonna try to compete with 8 different girls you met off of a dating app.
Right.
Like either you want to see me or you don't, and I feel like a lot of people also forget that we're grown, and
Right.
we can also be like, "Hey, this is what I'm feeling." Like, have you ever seen that movie? He's just not that into you.
I have.
That's literally what it is like. Like trying to get a man to tell you today, like what their intentions are, is either like it's completely the opposite, or it's like it's not what they want to hear, or if it's basically like not you wanting to do something that is beneficiary to. I say men because I date men, but it's really period. Like
Yeah.
in general, unless you're beneficiary in them in some way, shape, or form, like it just isn't going to work out. I feel like that people definitely are meant to be with certain people. I feel like I was with my ex for a reason. I feel like he was preparing me for the love of my life, and I feel like
For sure.
a lot of people don't realize it. But I believe in soulmates. I believe some people have multiple soulmates. I
Right.
believe at the end of the day, God is not going to allow us to go through this alone. So it's just that people sometimes need that reassurance of like, if you're going to find them, you
I.
just got to be patient. People aren't very patient and they just don't care anymore. They don't care at all
I.
about like the monogamous. It's all
Yeah.
poly, polygamous. Polygamous?
Polygamy. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
But no, I could believe in that multiple soulmate thing. I have a theory on that too. I believe that for each level of your soul's growth, you run into a person that resonates with you that level. Like, my exes at each point in my growth and my journey of my soul, like they were my soulmate for that point in time. They were meant for me. They were meant to be with me and me for them. But at some point we outgrew each other, and my soul continued down its journey until I eventually met my wife, and she deals with my bullshit. So that's why we stay
Well,
together.
there's the difference between the ones who are supposed to teach us the lessons for the final one. You know, like I
Right.
believe that you, until you are at a certain point on your journey, because it hits everyone, there's no, time for it all. It hit you, when it hit you, it could hit me a lot later or earlier in life. But the point of the matter is, sorry, my allergies are really bad.
All good.
The point of the matter is that the person that is created for you and specifically for you, when you meet them, you're meeting them at the time where y'all are both like ready. You're gonna meet, and it doesn't matter in 10 years. You're gonna go through a leather jacket phase. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna
Yeah.
love you because you're spontaneous and adventurous, and those qualities about you have never changed. And your actual like final soulmate is the person who appreciates you for all the qualities and flaws that you have learned that you want to be appreciated through those past soulmates. Like, okay, this is the person who I've known for 100 years, because you have. You don't know that, but you've
For
known
sure.
them. You've experienced this 1,000 times with them, and they know, like, and you hear it in songs like, where it hurts, and where the pain is, and the old love feels good. I've known you for 100 years,
For
and
sure.
because it's true. Like, I'm sure you and your wife, you're best friends. It's not just,
Yeah.
oh, we have sex every now and again, and she cooks dinner and I provide money. Like,
Right.
you guys, I've seen it. It's very much like Frank and Nikki, best friends. Like, if y'all weren't married and I were to see y'all out in public and no rings and y'all aren't holding hands or something, like, they're cute, like best friends. Like,
Right.
I'm so like everybody needs a best friend,
Right.
and I think that's where a lot of people get it crossed. You know,
Yeah.
the lust and love is like really big because you're wanting to marry someone and have kids with that person and be with them forever.
Hmm.
Why don't you want to feel comfortable enough with them to be like crying, throwing up, you know,
Right.
like in the shower, all these things, or let's, you know, you're stuck with life with them. Whenever a really close family, relative, friend dies or something or passes, who are you going to want to console you? Someone who looks really good and you had chemistry with for 3 weeks, and then, or someone who you now have found to be the most attractive person in the world who loves you for all your flaws. All I had to do was wait for it. I just had to endure all this time, go through these tests, you know, kind of push my way out of my ass and do it. But now people, they don't care about that light at the end of the tunnel. Now kids my age, all they want to do is nut. They just want
I
to let that
mean,
out.
that's real. Like that's real. Yeah.
That's what dating is like.
Yeah. I'm
So
I'm glad I'm off the market. I couldn't do dating in this day and age. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't survive.
mm,
I wouldn't survive.
it's not even dating because you know I can't tell you the last time a guy's actually been like, let me take you out on an actual date. Like, let me pay for your dinner. At most, it's let's drive to the beach. Let's just
Yeah.
go to the beach. And it's like I'm I understand if you're just wanting a little sneaky link and a fun time,
Right.
but if those boundaries and intentions are set, like no, like
Right.
I want to be able to sit down and eat at least Waffle House with you. Like, is that too much to ask? If you're interested in me,
Dude,
like,
Waffle House. Hey man, I don't give a fuck. Waffle House is the go-to spot.
their chocolate milk is so good.
Dude, like what was it? So after me and Nikki's first date, we went to Waffle House and we shared a no. I got her own cup because I during the dating stage I'm a weird guy. I'm fickle, but I be like this right here. I be like, you order what you want to eat. I'm order what I want to eat, and I'm order what I want to drink and stuff because I don't know. I guess that's just my little mental testing phase. Like I'm gonna see what you gonna order because when I get what I want, I don't want you reaching over here being like, let me get some because you had your whole chance. You had the same menu I had, so go ahead and order what you want to eat. But yeah, no, it was cool, and I gave her. They gave me some bacon with my stuff, so I gave her my bacon anyway. But yeah, it was good. We had a nice little time. Waffle House is the shit.
Waffle House
Yeah,
is the shit. Anyways, before I go to Waffle House tonight for dinner.
yeah. But let's end on these high points. Give our viewers slash listeners things, three good things, three good positive things to be left with.
Three things.
Three.
Number one,
Number one.
remember that somebody, believe it or not, you may not believe it, but someone values you and appreciates you every day. They're very glad that you're here and that you woke up. Number two, you are in charge of the way that your day is. If you wake up and it's already a crappy day, you know what? It's 12 o'clock, it's only noon, I can change it. You are in the power of how your life unfolds. You are in charge of that. Number three, if you are hesitant about meditating or any of that, I highly suggest it. I highly suggest YouTubing, Spotify meditation, guiding meditations, and just starting getting in touch with your inner chakras. If anything, you know, just learn, go back to the basics of breathing because that's all meditation is breathing. And I promise you, once you learn how to control those emotions with meditation, stress, anxiety, and anger is a lot easier to control.
For sure.
And someone loves you. That's four.
There you
But
go.
I wanted to end with that.
Why don't you let the people know where they can find you on your social media links?
Yes, 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 yes. So I do hair, and I'm also getting into a whole bunch of other different like edits, like Instagram edits, picture edits, things like that. So just hit me up on my hair page if you're interested. It's Maned, MANED underscore by Mixon, BYMIXON. Or my Facebook. You can add me on Facebook at Victoria Mixon. That might be easier. I'll accept it.
And any other? Get them all out there. Roll them out.
Peanut, my dog says hello. He's looking at me. Other than that, no.
All right. Well, thank you, Tori, for making the time.
Thank you for having me, Franklin. I've really enjoyed being on your show.
No problem. Till next time.
Till next time, have a great night.
You too.